I don't have a problem with zoos, but I do kind of have a problem with zoos in Japan. Now this zoo here in Fukuoka only costs 600 yen to get in, and that's the same as the big Ueno Zoo in central Tokyo as well. Now if you compare that to like London Zoo or Whipsnade Zoo over in the UK, which is 20 or 30 pounds to get in, it's a massive difference, and you can really see where that money gets spent. So here we have one of the tiger cages, a concrete bed, and that's the size of the room. These poor guys are stuck in this tiny inside box. He's desperate to get out, climbing at the door. The animals have tiny enclosures, and a lot of the animals don't even have grass or water or mud to play in. It's quite shocking, really. Yeah, it reminds me of when Isaac and I went to the pet store a few months ago and we saw the meerkat for sale. It's an odd choice of a pet, of course, quite an exotic animal pet, but the fact it was in such a tiny cage as well just really kind of pointed out to me the animal welfare issues. Let's be honest and call it that in Japan. So this is the size of the rhino enclosure. Two giant animals got to live in this small space. I mean, how do they get a chance to really stretch their legs? Go for a roam, anything like that. Perhaps we could just get a year's pass. Maybe they would use that money to invest in the zoo, invest in the animal enclosures and stuff, but it's probably wishful thinking, isn't it? So I've been doing some digging on the internet, and unsurprisingly, Japan has scored very low on what is called the Animal Protection Index. On a scale of A being the very best for animal protection and G being the worst, Japan's an E, right down here, compared to the UK, which is quite a high B. It says here that there's 151 institutions belong to the Japan Association of Zoos and Aquariums, which is of course really good. But while members agree to meet certain conditions, there's no actual system for accreditation or inspection, which is mad. So there's no actual institution or governing body that goes and inspects or accredits these zoos and aquariums and things like that. The members just sign up and are expected to follow some sort of guidelines. Another shocking thing I've read is that there's no provision under the law for the protection and conservation of endangered species, which I thought was pretty radical as well. And there's no policy or legislation related specifically to the private keeping of wild animals. So I'll put a link to these reports in the description below if you'd like to read them yourself as well.